Hey guys, it's your old pal Alice Cooper. Basically, this is Spooktacular. So you're gonna be seeing a bunch of horror movies that have a Halloween theme to it. Look for it all this month.
A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. So this is actually one of the more financially successful movies. It grossed about a little over 49 million, making it the highest grossing film in the franchise until the release, of course, Freddy vs. Jason, many years after. But overall, it did pretty well considering the time that it came out. But it's not as good as number three. What can I tell you? So anyway, let's go ahead and delve into the plot, okay? Since the events of the previous film, Kristen, Kincaid, and Joey have been released from Weston Hills and are living their lives as normal teenagers. However, Kristen believes Freddy is coming back and summons Joey and Kincaid into their dreams once again. They warn her that dreaming of Freddy might cause his return. The next day, Kristen meets up with her boyfriend, martial artist enthusiast Rick Johnson, and their friends. Rick's sister Alice, who's very important for the next movie, by the way. Rick's, Sheila, asthmatic genius, and of course Debbie, a tough girl who doesn't like bugs. What can I tell you? That night, Kristen stays awake to keep from dreaming, but Kincaid falls asleep and awakens in a junkyard where Freddy is accidentally resurrected by freaking Kincaid's dog named Jason. So there's a big indicator right there that he's a bad dog, very bad dog, and he pees on Freddy's grave with fire pee. Dumb idea, by the way. And so Freddy's awakened. Kincaid tries to fight off Freddy, but Freddy kills him. He then tricks Joey into thinking a model is swimming in the waterbed before attacking him. Incidentally, I want to go ahead and mention that in that particular scene, uh, it's kind of a nod to the first movie with Johnny Depp, where he's killed in his waterbed, uh, and he says, "How's this for a wet dream?" Which, incidentally, he gets pulled inside the bed, and there's this blood gushing out in gowns, which is a little nod to the first movie where Johnny Depp gets killed pretty much in the same manner. Let's see. At school, Kristen panics when she notices Joey and Kincaid are missing and is knocked out. She is nearly attacked by Freddy when the school nurse wakes up. Uh, Incidentally, the school nurse is freaking Robert Englund. What can I tell you? Dumb idea, by the way. She later tells Rick, Alice, and Alice's crush Dan Jordan about Freddy. At dinner, Kristen notices her mother, Elena, has slipped in her sleeping pills. And she's like, "Sleeping pills?" She says, "You need to get some sleep." And she falls asleep. In the dream, Freddy overcomes Kristen's attempts to repel her and forces her back to her house. Being the last of the Elm Street children, Freddy uh, I can't say that word. Kristen into calling out, well, convinces her, just put it another way, into calling one of her friends so that they can have fun again. She calls Alice into her dream. Becomes very important in the next sequel, by the way. And Freddy kills Kristen by throwing her into the boiler. Waking up and sensing something's wrong, Alice takes Rick to Kristen's house, only to see her burning to death in her bedroom. So, much later on, Alice falls asleep during class and inadvertently brings Sheila into her dream. Freddy kills Sheila and makes her look like an asthma attack. Well, I want to go and mention that this is actually one of the dumber parts of the movie where he says, "You want to suck face?" She gives her a kiss and basically, sucks basically all the air out of her. Rick starts to believe Alice, but the following day he has a dream and is killed. With each death, Alice begins to change, gaining the abilities and the personalities of her lost friends. Incidentally, brain powers like the previous movie, evidently. So she plans with Debbie and Dan to fight and kill Freddy together, but when her father Dennis keeps her, Alice falls asleep. Through her, Freddy selects and stalks Debbie, transforms into a cockroach, crushing her in a roach motel. I'm going to go ahead and mention this one scene where I was just talking about with that, and he goes, "You can check in, but you can't check out." And it says on Roach Patel on the side. And he crushes it, and the lady screams out as a cockroach, and freaking goose splashes out of the box, which is gross, by the way, really gross. Using Debbie's temper, Alice tries to ram Freddy, but collides with her with a tree in reality. But Dan is rushed into surgery, and they said, "Do not let them put you to sleep." Alice returns home and readies herself to join him and face Freddy once again. Alice rescues Dan, and the two find themselves in an old church in their dream. Dan injures himself in the dream, prompt his surgeries to wake him up, leaving Alice alone to face Freddy. He has the upper hand due to the experience, but she uses her friend's dream powers against him. When he is about to be victorious, she remembers a nursery rhyme called The Dream Master and forces Freddy to face his own reflection. Let me go ahead and mention that that's actually one of the better parts of the movie where she has this mirror and makes Freddy look at a reflection of himself, and she says, "Evil will see itself and die," causing the souls within him to revolt. I want to go ahead and mention that this is actually one of the better scenes. We actually get to see titties in this particular part. Well, not all the way, but it's almost. You can see a nice pair of titties coming out of as one of the ladies that was killed earlier. Causing, let's see, okay, the strain tears Freddy apart, releasing all of Alice's friend's spirits and leaving him with a hollow husk. Months later, Dan and Alice have become dating, and they approach a fountain. Dan tosses a coin in for a moment. Alice sees Freddy's reflection in the water, but she ignores it. Dan asks her what she was wished for, but Alice does not tell him. So, this is an enjoyable movie, I guess. So.
A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master is popcorn, balls, and gum.
Anyway, this is a good movie, I guess, to recommend for Halloween. Not as good as the first movie, not by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever, but it's still a decent movie to pick up for Halloween. If you have an opportunity to see another movie that in the series, I recommend this one or number one, and 3, I would recommend you see before number 4. Makes perfect sense. So go ahead and hit subscribe. Watch some more videos. Leave thumbs up to support the channel. Share and like, of course. And leave a comment below. And anyway, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.